In a remote village nestled among the misty valleys of India, there stood a once magnificent hotel known as Rajmahal. It had been the epitome of opulence, a testament to the grandeur of a bygone era. However, beneath its splendid exterior, an ominous secret lay concealed. One that had plagued the hotel for centuries. According to the local folklore, Rajmahal was built on the very grounds where a cruel and tyrannical Maharaja had ruled with an iron fist. The Maharaja's reign was marked by greed, betrayal, and unspeakable atrocities. Legend had it that he had orchestrated a brutal massacre of innocent villagers who had dared to oppose him. Their anguished souls, trapped in an eternal purgatory, sought revenge against the descendants of the Maharaja and anyone who dared to set foot in the cursed hotel. As the years passed, Rajmahal fell into disrepair, its once vibrant halls now echoing with emptiness and decay. The villagers had long learned to avoid the place, heeding the warnings passed down through generations. They believed that the hotel was a gateway to the netherworld. A place where the living and the dead converged. However, curiosity is a powerful force, and tales of the haunted Rajmahal reached the ears of a group of intrepid explorers. The friends, drawn by a mixture of fascination and the thrill of the unknown, were determined to uncover the truth behind the legends. Ignoring the pleas of the villagers, they embarked on a journey that would forever change their lives. It was a moonlit night when the group arrived at the outskirts of the village. The hotel stood atop a hill, overlooking the village with an air of desolation. The once imposing structure now stood as a shadow of its former glory, its exterior walls covered in a thick layer of moss, windows shattered like broken dreams. Undeterred by the eerie atmosphere, the friends approached the hotel, their footsteps echoing through the abandoned courtyard. As they pushed open the heavy, creaking doors, an unsettling silence engulfed them. The lobby, once a grand reception area, now lay in shambles. The faded remnants of velvet drapes hung like cobwebs, and a layer of dust coated the remnants of a grand chandelier that dangled precariously overhead. A sense of foreboding crept upon the group as they ventured deeper into the heart of the hotel. The walls, once adorned with magnificent paintings, were now cracked and peeling, like the veil of sanity that separates the living from the dead. The scent of decay mingled with an undertone of something more sinister, a whisper of despair that seemed to seep through the very walls themselves. They reached the grand staircase, its once gleaming marble steps worn and chipped. With each ascending footstep, an invisible weight pressed upon their chests, as if the spirits of the past were watching their every move. Relentless whispers filled their ears, carried on a chilling breeze that snaked through the decaying corridors. As they explored further, the group stumbled upon a forgotten ballroom. Once a place of lavish celebrations, it now lay in ruins, a haunting reminder of the hotel's tragic history. Cracked mirrors lined the walls, reflecting fractured images of the present and the past. The friends exchanged nervous glances, their faces pale and etched with trepidation. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the ballroom, extinguishing the candles that flickered with an ethereal glow. Darkness descended, leaving only the feeble moonlight to guide their way. And then, amidst the shadows, a faint figure materialized, a spectral bride, her ethereal form gliding gracefully across the dilapidated dance floor. Frozen in fear, the friends watched as the ghostly apparition approached. Her gown, once a vision of white satin, was now tattered and stained, her eyes hollow voids devoid of life. The bride's mournful wails filled the air, intertwining with the agonized whispers that seemed to echo from every corner of the room. Before their very eyes, the bride vanished, leaving behind an aura of sorrow and anguish. The friends stood transfixed, their hearts pounding in their chests, as they realized they had entered a realm where the line between the living and the dead was irreversibly blurred. As the spectral bride disappeared into the darkness, the friends were left trembling, their senses heightened by the haunting presence that permeated the air. Fear gripped their hearts, but an insatiable curiosity drove them to continue their exploration of the cursed Rajmahal. With each step they took, the oppressive atmosphere grew denser. Strange phenomena became their constant companions, doors creaked open and slammed shut with an otherworldly force, as if propelled by unseen hands. The flickering lights danced to an eerie rhythm, their dim glow casting elongated shadows that seemed to writhe and contort. Whispers, barely audible yet etched into their minds, reverberated through the corridors. The voices carried echoes of pain and anguish, chilling the very marrow of their bones. It was as if the hotel itself had become a vessel for the tortured souls of the past, seeking solace in the presence of the living. The friends decided to split up, each venturing into different wings of the hotel, hoping to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within its decaying walls. With each door they opened, a new terror awaited them. One room revealed bloodstains that reappeared on the walls, as if the very essence of the tragedy that had unfolded within those confines was seeping through the cracks of time. In another room, they discovered a collection of forgotten belongings, old photographs, dusty books, and personal mementos. As they sifted through the remnants of the past, a profound sadness washed over them. They could almost hear the voices of the departed, their stories lingering in the ether, begging to be heard and acknowledged. As the night wore on, the paranormal occurrences escalated. Furniture moved of its own accord, rearranging itself into sinister patterns. Chilling laughter echoed through the hallways, filling the air with an unsettling presence. Shadows danced and twisted, taking on grotesque shapes that seemed to mock the living. In one of the rooms, a member of the group was startled by a mirror that suddenly cracked from the center, reflecting a distorted image that bore no resemblance to their own. Panic surged through their veins as they witnessed their own visage contorted into a grotesque mask of despair and torment. They regrouped, their faces etched with fear and confusion. Their initial curiosity had transformed into a desperate need to escape the clutches of Rajmahal. Yet, the hotel seemed to mock their attempts at retreat, its labyrinthine layout becoming a nightmarish maze from which there was no easy exit. Their sense of time blurred, hours merging into an endless night. Fatigue weighed heavily upon them, yet sleep remained elusive. For the relentless presence of the spirits kept them on edge, their minds trapped in a state of perpetual vigilance. As dawn approached, the friends huddled together, their spirits battered and their nerves frayed. They realized that surviving the night was no longer a matter of mere curiosity, it was a battle for their very souls. Their friendship, once a source of strength, now became their lifeline as they clung to one another, determined to face whatever lay ahead. The first rays of dawn struggled to penetrate the oppressive darkness that clung to the cursed Rajmahal. The friends, their bodies weary and minds fragile from the relentless haunting, knew that their ordeal was far from over. The hotel, like a malevolent entity, seemed to tighten its grip, its supernatural forces intensifying as the veil between the worlds thinned. They gathered in the once grand lobby, a sanctuary that now felt like a frail refuge against the encroaching horrors. The flickering light bulbs cast distorted shadows on the cracked walls, serving as a constant reminder of the presence that loomed over them. Determined to escape the clutches of the haunted hotel, they formulated a plan, a risky endeavor that would test their courage and resilience. As they ventured deeper into the hotel's depths, their footsteps muffled by the decaying carpet, an unsettling hush settled upon them. Whispers, both chilling and seductive, slithered through the air, promising secrets and salvation in exchange for their surrender. Sanity teetered on the edge of a precipice, threatening to plunge them into the depths of madness. Their journey led them to a forgotten chamber tucked away on the uppermost floor, a place where the darkness seemed to thicken, and time itself twisted in distorted patterns. In that room, an old and weathered tome lay open on a pedestal, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and incantations. It was a grimoire, a gateway to forbidden knowledge. Driven by desperation, one of the friends reached out and grasped the book, hoping to find a means of breaking free from the clutches of the vengeful spirits. But as their fingers brushed against the aged pages, a surge of malevolent energy coursed through their veins. The book seemed to come alive, its ancient words whispered in their ears, weaving tales of unspeakable darkness and forbidden bargains. As they delved deeper into the incantations, they learned of a ritual, a dangerous and macabre rite that promised to sever the ties that bound the spirits to the hotel. It required an act of sacrifice, a piece of their own souls to be offered up as a bargaining chip. It was a choice between their own sanity and the chance to break free from the nightmarish web that ensnared them. Contemplation wrestled with terror within their hearts. Would they dare to gamble their very essence for a glimmer of hope? Each member of the group struggled with their own demons, grappling with the weight of their decisions. Friendship strained under the burden of the choices they were about to make. In the end, a collective resolve took hold. For they knew that the hotel's clutches would forever haunt their minds if they did not confront the darkness head-on. They formed a circle, clasping hands, their faces etched with a mix of determination and resignation. With trembling voices, they began the incantation. Their words resonating through the chamber, as if pleading with the spirits to release them from their torment. Darkness swirled around them, growing in intensity with each uttered syllable. Their souls felt as though they were being torn apart. The sacrificial offering required to break the curse. The room quivered with energy, the very fabric of reality threatened to unravel. And then, with a deafening crack, the hotel shook violently. The oppressive air dissipated, replaced by a tranquil stillness. The presence that had haunted them for so long retreated into the shadows, its power diminished. The ritual had succeeded, the curse had been broken. Exhausted and battered, the friends stumbled out of the hotel, their steps faltering yet filled with a newfound sense of freedom. They had emerged from the clutches of the haunted Rajmahal, forever marked by the horrors they had witnessed, yet strengthened by their resilience in the face of darkness. As they looked back one final time at the crumbling hotel, they knew that it would forever stand as a testament to the horrors that lurked in the depths of human cruelty. And they vowed to carry their experiences as a reminder, a cautionary tale of the thin line between curiosity and madness, of the price one pays when meddling with the supernatural. The haunted hotel would remain a chilling memory etched into their souls, forever reminding them of the fragility of life and the depths of the human spirit. And they would carry their bond, forged through the fires of terror, as a testament to their resilience in the face of the unknown. The story of the haunted Rajmahal would be whispered in hushed tones, a cautionary tale to future generations, a reminder to tread carefully when encountering the dark forces that dwell within the hidden corners of the world.